All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Hello, and welcome to the late night Tuesday nighttime stream. Yes, it's very late. It's 1:40 a.m. in the morning. We've been consistently starting around the 1:30 a.m. time period, sometimes a little earlier, sometimes not. Tonight, there was no chance. Karis hung out with me all the way up to like 1:10 a.m., so there was just no chance. All right, well, shucks. I ain't ever seen so many Charizards. I ain't ever seen so many Charizards. All right, simple title, simple thumbnail. Okay, we'll go ahead and let people know we are live. It looks like Mr. Alex has done that. And I'll jump this over here. How much for them there cherry Zards? How much for them there cherry Zards? Yeah, good question. How much does that Charizard go for these days? Let's see. Crystal, Guardians, Charizard. Should be like 5,000. Could be a little more than that. Here's one for 9.5, 8.6. 8.6. That one's from Italy, though. You don't want the one from Italy because you'll pay a tariff on it. So now you'll buy the one from America, the 9.5 thousand. But according to this, it has a very old cert. So the one after that is just about 10,000. You know, once you get up in that range, the $10,000 range, maybe you do just pay $500 more for the better certification. Now, let's see what it last sold for, though. Whoa. On March 23rd, one of them sold marked down from 9,000. On March 10th, a non-reverse hollow version of the card sold for 5.8. So he is somewhat selling. But yeah, I don't know what the reverse hollows go for because there's no copies of those having been sold. He's a very special card. He's an unusual Charizard because he's pop like 50 or something like that. Just an absurdly low population. All right, tonight we had DoorDash for dinner. Karis and I were both feeling very pooped. Let's see. Guess what I had? Gas station chicken wings. Yeah, pretty good, huh? Get on my level. Gas station chicken wings for dinner. Oh my god, they were so crunchy and good. Squid Pokemon says 1 prismatic evolutions. Hell yeah, dude. Squid Pokemon, what's up, man? Squid Pokemon, blue. How much for them? Oh, I already read that. All right, so let me pull this up. We got 21 viewers. We got this open box. Okay. Stock markets fell a little bit more today after Trump announced a 50% increase in tariffs on China. Looking pretty crazy. We are. I was reading an article about how the candy company Haribo, which is German owned, is lucky because they're going to avoid all the tariffs because they had just built a factory in Wisconsin in 2023. That was only 2 years ago. In fact, that's kind of like more like 1.5 years ago, if you think about it. So they built a factory in Wisconsin, America, to make gummy bears. And so now your gummy bears will not be tariffed. How nice is that? There we go. All right. Oh. Oh, wow. The one pack snipe. Wow, dude. I think we've pulled 2 of these now. We need to pull the dang, I wanted to curse there. The Sunbreon. We want the Sunbreon. Are those Charizards for giveaway? Yippee! Yeah, that's a good pull. That was for Squid Pokemon, the ideal 1-pack. He's going in the cool kid box. Where's my semi-rigid? All right, Squid Pokemon hitting rich. Dang, dude, that's what everyone wants to do. They want to open 1 pack and pull one of these guys out. One of these bad boys. All right, somebody give me a price on a PSA 10 Sylveon from Prismatic. I want to know what he's going for. Sell your Pokemon on hold. Here are the Stinky Hollows if you want them. Let's see. I gotta find this bag now. I bet that PSA label tastes like cherry. Cherry flavored label. That's how you know it's authentic. Who the heck is this? A weird bag, huh? All right, I think we create a new bag for him, actually. It's a good thing you placed an order, Mr. Squid Pokemon. You're this close to missing that. Think about it, man. Really let that sink in. You just never know what's going to hit and where and when. But there are hits in these boxes, man. Hits that'll make your toes curl. Okay, here's Squid Pokemon. Getting ready to go to work. Squid Pokemon. I hope you have a fun time at work. So you're kind of an overnight worker a little bit. I'm down to one prismatic Elite Trainer box. Do I rip or keep it sealed? Well, in your case of ETBs, did you already pull an SIR or have none been pulled? If none have been pulled, I'd open it. All right, Squid Pokemon, there it is. Let me clip this. This is worth the clip. Jumping over here. I'm down to one last pack. Sounds like it could be a fun Pokemon song. Do 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 do. Boop ba doop boo. Squid, one pack, Snipe, Sylveon. Occurring at 7 minutes. All right. Very good. Oh boy, just never ends. Almost done with work. 1,200 in a PSA 10. Wow, nice and cheap. Crazy, bro. That's brazy, bro. All right. We have our wall of Charizards up here. They look very nice. Look at those lovely Charizards. You can enjoy them for a little while if you'd like, or I can move them to the side. Sometimes you just want to see some Charizards. Isidro, one Fushimi Bunko Volume 1, and a Waifu Shuffle. Okay, that's really specific. Fuji Bunko Volume 1. I don't know where that's being kept. So that's a problem. There it goes. It's a little stuck there. Haven't pulled a single SAR from the ETBs yet. Open like 12. Oh, how are you? So you're buying them spread out? Oh, you're getting ripped off, dude. Dude, Esta Zarate, if you're not buying it a case at a time, you're getting played, man. There it is. Those cases are so searchable. Once one SIR has been pulled, your odds of a second one are so poor. It's not impossible, but your odds are poor. So if you're opening up ETBs and you're buying them one at a time on like eBay, you're getting played by somebody probably. All right, that's a cold pack. Isidro. One Fuji Bunko. I gotta make more content about that. All right. I don't like talking about it because it's kind of an uncomfortable subject. All right. I've talked about that kind of stuff. I've made videos about that kind of stuff, like warnings. And then people just kind of like thought, well, you're the bad guy for knowing that. And I was like, what? I'm trying to help you. All right, there it is. Isidro. Scooby-Doo-Doo. I hate getting played. Oh, man, I've been played. Especially by the company I work for when they pay me poopies. There it is. That sucks, man. Hey, you should apply for a new job. All right, there it is. Isidro. Yeah, companies don't pay you what you want. They pay you what they think they will have to pay to replace you. That's what you're actually getting paid. So they think if you quit today, they could find another guy just like you and pay him the same amount. That's what your pay is based on. It's called the labor market. Here's Isidro. All right. Ooh. You might be working a bad job. You know, there's some jobs out there that are not the best. If you got a bad job, you got to get yourself moved out of there. All right, check this out. The custom vintage boosters. Those have been restocked nicely, so we have a nice chunk of these stocked up now. I actually moved the product over right next to me to get those restocked more easily. Ba-doo-ba-doo-boo-boo. I'm tempted to get rid of this box of the classic collection and bring back like the old style of the classic collection where it was like, I don't know, like $3 per card or whatever it was. And the trainers and the energies were still in the box, but it was like way cheaper. They're hiring a bunch of temps so that they don't have to give overtime. They're hiring a bunch of temps so that they don't have to give overtime. Okay. So, Squid Pokemon. He's done. 6 corrupted. Dan to Dan box with credit. All right, Miss 6. Here's a $20 credit. And here's a box of Dan to Dan. All right. They're hiring a bunch of temps so that they don't have to give overtime. Yeah, that's kind of their job, is to make sure you don't get overtime, because overtime's kind of like a change in pay, isn't it? So if you're earning $14 an hour, all of a sudden they got to pay you $21. So their job is to make sure they never hand out overtime. I worked at Target, and they were the same way. They were like, you may absolutely not earn overtime, or we will penalize you. They're like, we'll write you up. Rather hire temps instead of those bastards. Ooh, don't want to give overtime to the people that work for the company. Here it is. Yeah, that's how it works. Think of it like a game, Troy Malice. It helps to think of it like a game. Don't take any of it personally. It's like a game. The person who runs the company is going to make all of the most logical choices. And then you're like another person who can make choices too. So you have to make all the most logical choices. Here it is. So what you can do is analyze the pay per hour and the type of work and compare that to companies that do work that's within your skill set, and try and find a strategy or plan to move yourself into the most optimal paying job for your skill set. The other thing you could do is increase your skill set. So you can get licensing or education revolving around the thing you're most passionate about working on. So if you're very passionate about something, you need to start turning it into a hobby. And then you need to start learning every single thing there is about that thing. And then you need to start applying yourself to job interviews. When you apply it, you need to let the people in that industry know, hey, I'm the guy. I'm the guy with all the passion. I'm the guy with all the energy. I'm the guy who shows up to work every single day. I'm the guy who will work 60 hours a week and not even complain about it, because I love what I do. And so you want me because I got the energy, I got the engagement, I'm sharp, I'm clever, I read. You know, that's what it's all about. Companies, they're not going to do any of that for you. You have to do that. That's the trick. They don't want to do any of that for you. So they just kind of look around for guys who are kind of self-motivated that way, and they go, you seem self-motivated, you get in here. And then they move you up the company depending on how loyal you are. So if you're real loyal and clever and you got the right character, they're going to move you up. And you go really far if you're, if they're what you're looking for. Here it is. I'm trying to get another job. I'm thinking about being a drug recovery coach. Okay. That's a noble job. Here we are. I would worry that it doesn't pay very well. Let's see. All right. The reason it doesn't pay very well, that kind of job, is because helping people with their drug problems, there's rarely any good money in that. It is. All right. Very good. You know what there's a lot of money in? Helping people get into drugs, like a medicine, right? Hey, you're going to need this SSRI, or you'll have depression, you'll have anxiety. You better take these pills. You're going to need sleep pills. You're going to need pills because you're too fat. Oh, are you feeling sad? You're going to need an ice cream, but it'll make you fat. So selling drugs of some nature or another really makes all the money. Helping people recover from that, typically there's charitable money, there's organizations that receive funding from the government, that kind of stuff, but not as much money there. So those jobs don't pay as much unless you're the head of the company. More of a selfless job, precisely. It's the kind of job you would do if you're a selfless kind of person. Then again, if you like helping people, you should apply for some kind of medical-related job, like at a hospital. Hospitals, the medicine field, that's a great place to be, man. That's a great place to be, and they got all kinds of work. Hospitals need tons of workers, and that's why it's so expensive. So if you're passionate about healthcare is a fantastic thing, because you'll sell drugs there too. It's called medicine. So yeah, get into healthcare. That I would recommend that to anyone. There's always going to be a shortage of that right now because we got the boomers and all that. Or here's another good one: work in a geriatric nursing home for people who are really, really, really old and they need people who care about people to take care of them and do a good job. That's a promising field because everyone's so old now and they need caretakers. So they need workers for that. That might pay kind of decent. You might get to do more hands-on work with other people. But that requires a lot of patience, and it requires a lot of grace, and it requires a lot of careful attention. You can't give people the wrong drugs. You might have to wipe someone's poopy bottom and not feel frustrated. So that requires an enormous amount of patience. If that was me, I'd probably go work on motorcycles or something. I'd be like, not for me. But that's why those jobs are so available, because you got to find the right person to fill it, somebody with the right temperament for that kind of job. But those are important jobs. Vantage Lover says, Gag, I'm passionate about preventing disease in the first place. Yeah, I agree with you. Prevention is the best, but we all get old no matter what. Also, I live in California. I make $100K a year, and it's hard as heck to live here. Ah, that sucks, man. Let's see what you say. That's a comedic win-win scenario. Pays better than I'm getting now. Jobs for recovery coaches start at like $20 an hour, which for me is good. Go for it, man. If you think you can do it, go for it. It's an improvement, isn't it? Chen Sing Fong is in. He wants a waifu shuffle. I'll take 2 tickets, please, for me and my waifu, Mikasa. I got a vacation in Missouri at the Hilton for 3 nights for 4 days. The Hilton, how prestigious. The Hilton, where would that be? That would be in Frontenac, is that right? 1, 2, 3. Let me know if that's correct. All right. Trying to think of how many Hiltons we have. All right. I want your life. Izzy says, you're saying you want Izzy's life. I got you. Here's Aaron Searles to Hot Wind Arena. Where my Hot Wind? Here they are. All right. Good luck. All right. I work in SaaS field. Tech is tough these days. So many companies going the capitalist route and outsourcing to Latin America. We are? Yeah, my wife is she is a senior software manager or something like that. She's been working the same company for like 8 years, I think. I have a rat infestation. That does not sound good, Six. But she's in charge of a team of like 12 people. They're all Indian. They're all Indian contractors. And she talks about it. Some of them are Muslim, and she thinks they are very uncomfortable with kind of having a girl tell them what to do. She's younger than a lot of them, too. So she kind of got to boss them around and reprimand them from time to time. And she's like, it's very uncomfortable. So she's not a super big fan of it. It gives her a lot of stress. And so it's all contractors, and she says they do an absolutely terrible job. But she's guessing that the reason that the company never gets rid of them is because they probably cost like a half or a third of what she costs. All right, you ready? That's her theory. She's not sure why they keep them otherwise, because they're really bad, apparently. Different cultures working in American business is tough. Here it is. Well, her company is very sort of like progressive. So they have all kinds of training courses that they put everyone through over and over and over again. And all on, it's all very, very, very progressive. So that's a good thing for her, because, she's a girl coder. And but yeah, she tells me about her struggles with communicating with them sometimes. There's a Indian coder, and she's a woman, and they get along so well. But then she struggles with getting along with the men. It's like they want to argue with like how the code should work, and they don't want to take her advice, and then it goes wrong because she's actually very good at coding. All right. Danny Sainamore, McDonald's Dragon. She'll have problems where it's like she'll tell them what needs to be done, and then they'll do it a different way because they don't agree. and then it'll go wrong. It'll kind of blow up in their face, and it'll affect like the project completion time. And she has to come over to them and be like, you should have done it my way. You did it the wrong way. I was right. You were wrong. All right, here we are. I have a rat infestation. It's my pest. I'm not a fan of companies outsourcing remote work and taking jobs from the U.S. It sucks. Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's all about that. It's all about hiring people from other countries to produce the goods for your country, because now as the owner of the company, you can get rich. Doesn't help America, but it helps the CEO. Like on a piece of paper, it makes it look like America's getting wealthy, but really it's just one guy getting wealthy, the company owner and the shareholder. All right, here we are. Doesn't help all the people who got laid off, who live in the country. It's sort of like, damn, dude. Those are some high-paying jobs. On the other hand, you have to think of it like talent too, because we bring a lot of talent in from across the world, and in the field of programming, it's essential that you don't reject anyone with true good skills who can contribute greatly to cutting-edge technologies. We're in a technology race, so it's this thing that you have to be very mindful about. In her case, her jobs aren't cutting edge. They're just simple software engineer jobs, and they could go to an American for sure. They just want to cut costs. All right, Danny Sainor. Let's see. I know somebody that won $60K from the cash 5 lotto 6 months ago. I just saw him the other day, and he's relapsed and is drinking all the time, spent all the money, and now is behind on rent. What? Really? All right. The card shop owner is getting rich. Here's Koraidon. Here's Umbreon. I earn an income just like any small business owner. And I definitely put in the hours if you think about it. Think about my workflow. You guys can see my workflow because you can see how much I stream. I stream on Saturdays and Sundays. I take no vacations. I work probably about 60 to 70 hours a week. And so, if you went and you took 2 jobs so that you picked up about 70 hours a week, you'd be making pretty good money too. Also, if you are having a job more that you have like direct control over the profits, you'd be getting paid more that way as well. So I always encourage people here to get better paying jobs. I encourage them to open up a small shop, open up a restaurant, open up whatever it is you're passionate about. Maybe you learn how to manufacture something in China. Maybe you learn how to import goods. Maybe you learn how to do this. Bada bing, bada boom. Open up an art studio, open up a tattoo parlor, open up a food truck, open up whatever it is you're passionate about. Get out there, go produce something, go farm something, go start a mine, go start an oil rig, whatever you're going to do. But don't stay at Target, don't stay at Walmart your whole life. Those jobs are just starter jobs. Go do the thing you're passionate about, and look for what people need the most too. If people need new homes, go get in construction. Take your profits, start a construction crew, buy some assets. Get into remodeling. There's millions of dollars to make out there, and I'd love for you guys to make more money so you can come back here and buy my cards. Women cook. Here we are. I got addicted to the sports cards world in 2020 and spent a ton of money on my CCs. Got me in a bad spot with my family. Had to work so hard to get out of it. Did debt consolidation to pay it off. Dang, dude. Be careful. I always tell people never put Pokemon cards on your credit card. It makes no sense. If you're paying like 18% annual on a credit card, you're just losing your spending value. That's 18% you lost that you could have spent on Pokemon cards. So never put Pokemon cards on credit. Never do that. Yeah, lumber mill. I'm all about lumber mills. I've been learning about them. They're very fascinating. People don't talk about that as a career option, but there's money in wood. Right. Trump talked about Canadians. We don't need their lumber. Lumber, it's an industry. So you can get out there and start your hobby lumber mill. And, the setup isn't even that expensive. I've learned quite a lot about it. Maybe about $150,000. And you don't even have to buy all the pieces right away. But what you have to do is you have to get some ownership on some trees. And you also have to find buyers as well. So you have to have some skill in being a salesperson, which is just like Pokemon cards. You have to pick up a phone. You ever see the CEO? He always has like a little red phone. He picks it up. He starts calling people. That's why he's the CEO. He talks to people. So that has to be you. You have to start, making connections, saying who needs trees, who needs wood, who needs lumber. And that's it. That's what it's all about. But you know, I like trees because I worked on my dad's small business when I was a kid, and he was into craft woods. He had a gigantic bandsaw, he had a miter saw, table saw. He had all the saws. He had the planers, and we would cut like, you know, pool cue, turning blanks. We cut book matched whatever for like bass guitars. We cut pen blanks. We cut book matched knife blanks. 6x6x6 bowl blank, and we would get those listed up on eBay. We made a lot of money doing that. So I have like this understanding of working with all those tools and working with the product. And yeah, so lumber mill is really fascinating. People don't talk about this, but you can start a tree farm where you plant trees, and that's a crop because we always need more trees. So you can start a tree farm, or you just buy a plot of land that already has trees on it and just chop them all down, whatever you want to do. But there's so much industry out there, and young men don't learn about that. They think, well, okay, I fill in this piece of paperwork, and then I go to Walmart, and Walmart gives me a little stipend. You got to dream bigger than that. You got to go do things that are scarier than that. Those jobs will never pay well. They're too easy. Grandma can do that job for the most part. Here we go with the wood again. All right, guys, the queue is empty. Let's see what you guys are saying. Thanks. It was tough work, and I have to work hard to not get lost in bad choices again like that, says Dudesta. Good for you, man. Yeah, I really enjoy Pokemon cards, but I have no trouble at all cutting myself off when I know I'm going too far. And, you know, it's just, maybe that's because part of my passion is finance. So cards fit into that somehow. But I have a great passion for finance, productivity, economics itself. And maybe that's why I chose that name, TheCardconomist, kind of like The Economist, right? I just have a passion for productivity. I have a real passion for it. And yes, so if you're overspending and going into debt, this is terrible because it actually reduces your spending power by forcing you to pay interest on money that you spent ahead of time. The only time you would do that is when you're properly buying something that's going up in price faster than the cost of the interest rate. That requires a bet. It's basically a gamble. So buying a home on a mortgage, it's a gamble that the home keeps moving up. You know, buying anything on an interest debt is a gamble. So the more you start to learn finances, the more you realize that you don't want to take the wrong gambles. You don't want to have too many gambles anyways. You don't want to be over leveraged. And when it comes to speculative toys or pieces of cardboard, that's not a great thing to leverage at all, because that's a really unreliable thing to be leveraging. Houses are pretty reliable, though. But even houses get into bubbles and they pop. Can I see the brakes? Yes. All right. These are coming down now. Those cherry Zards have done well. Finance is awesome. Mister, I asked for a pre-grade in the PayPal message. I'm sorry. I might have missed his give me a second here, guys. Waifu Shuffle. Oh, that's a Cash App order. Hold on. Danny St. Amour. Pre-grade my McDonald's Pikachu Dragonite. You think better to send them to CGC now? Okay, give me a moment. So I need to locate those. Shoot, man. You got so many cards, it's going to be difficult to kind of locate them. We have the ones we just opened for you, but didn't that include an actual... I'm trying to remember if that included it. Would you ever price one of those Zards for sale? If I had one more, I probably would. I'm kind of holding on to those cherry Zards. Ultimately, I could sell my whole collection and start over, and I'd probably do well all over again. There you go. There's a Pikachu. There's a Pikachu. All right, we got you some Pikachus, man. All right. I think my pet Zard just farted. Gross. The banks are going to randomly stop working. Be sure to cash out while you still can. The banks are backed by the federal government for the most part. We are. Mr. Danny. Where did I put you, Danny? You missed a Pikachu. What? You're always tricking me. You're always tricking me. They call her Alexis. Oh, did I say Alexis? 6. They call her 6 the Trickster. Sorry, my brain is genuinely looking for this. It's not thinking about... Here we are. All right, so here's Pikachu, Dragonite. Didn't we already... it looks like we already graded these. All right. So I handed out some grades already to these cards from the looks of it. 9, 6, 10 minus. So you got 2 more Pikachus. It's a very clean looking card, but nowadays I'm very nervous about PSA. So when we actually zoom in much closer, what you notice is that there is a slight problem with the edge, but also there's a bit of a curvature there, and I don't think they like that. This is very close. I'd say 10 minus on this one. We're expecting a 10, but it's close. Dragonite, huh? I suck at small talk. I don't know what to say. Here we are. The girl at work isn't interested. I'm sorry, man. Don't give up, Mr. A. Perez. So this one truly has an edge to it. I would suggest this one's definitely a 9. I don't find girls at work never want to mess with your income. I would say that's a great place to go looking at work. That's where I would try to meet a girl. So many girls at work. All right. Okay. Girlfriends suck, cards better. Never date a coworker, never works out. I just don't think that's always true. I think sometimes it does work out. I mean, it happened in the office, right? Jim and Pam, that worked out. So, I mean, now that's my whole concept of dating people at work. Now, those are the Halloween-y cards. I'm going to turn this down. I hear Mister's getting together with his coworker. Yes, my coworker, Karis. I'm getting together with my coworker. Here we are. All right. Never poop where you eat. That's right. Never eat where you poop. What Poké artists yield the best card value? Ooh, that's a great question. What do you guys think about that question? Shinji? Sweet, sweet lies. Give me lies. Give me sweet little lies. I love Paldean Fates in 151, but besides these, any other starter sets not 2EX that you think I should start with? I'm a big beginner collector. What should I start with? Well, I mean, if I were you, I would jump straight to opening up first edition Team Rocket booster packs. Okay, so now we've got an order from Elizabeth. 1 spot in the Lugia break. Good choice. Good choice. Lugia with 9 spots left, everyone. Sounds like you got to work on that confidence, bro. Yep. All you got to do is be 6'4" and wealthy and rock hard abs. Confident. Easy peasy, bro. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I feel like when people tell you to just be confident, it doesn't really help that much. Like, if I was struggling with, like, depression and somebody just said, just be happy, I'd be like, what? You know? Doesn't really solve the problem. Like, if you're tall, you're going to be more confident. If you're hot, you're going to be more confident. If you're wealthy, you're going to be more confident. So there's all these things that just kind of make you confident. But it's like, if you're having this trouble and then somebody just tells you, be confident, they don't really explain, like, where the confidence comes from. It's not like some off-on switch in your head. Oh, I didn't flip the switch. Stupid me. All right. Yo, baby. Let's hit the hay. It doesn't, it's not really like that, is it? So I would say confidence comes more like from the ability to sell yourself to another person. Be like, I'm a catch. And for that to work, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and actually feel like you're a catch. So you need to do stuff, you need to improve stuff about yourself to the degree that you start feeling kind of impressed, right? Like, so if you do something and you impress yourself, like if you're impressed with your accomplishments, if you're impressed with your level of education and speech, if you're impressed with yourself financially, if you're impressed with some other, maybe like your material possessions, like you own a nice home, or you got your own place, you don't got to bring your girlfriend home to mom and dad because you got your own place, you got your own car. If you're impressed with yourself because you know you're in a good career, you're like, hey, I'm a normal guy with a stable career who doesn't hit women. Come date me. You know, that kind of stuff that can give you some confidence. So, I mean, look for the things that give you this feeling like you're an impressive person. And then when you go up to a girl, you'll be able to sell yourself to her very confidently. You'll be like, hey, baby, how would you like this, and this, like a salesman, you know? But if you're coming up to her and you have to lie, you basically have to lie to her. I'm not cringy as F. I'm actually really normal, I swear. You know, I don't have a crusty doll in my bedroom, you know, that kind of stuff. If you have to lie to her about who you are, that's where you have no confidence. And you will feel like lying if you know you're not what she's looking for. So that's the problem. So yeah, you got to make some changes typically. You got to make some sacrifices. And then again, at the end of the day, she just might not like you. That's how it works. She might like some other boy. Doesn't hit women. Yeah, I mean, just reaching that stage where, because girls, when they meet you, they got to kind of figure you out. That's the whole, what would you rather have, a bear or a man? The man or the bear? And that's because statistically, the most dangerous person in a girl's life is her boyfriend. So, you know, that goes through their minds, maybe at the subconscious level. Let's see what the next order is. Tell her you mod for TCC. That's what I would tell her. Hey, I'm a mod for TCC. Panties wet. Panties dropped. There we go. People need to find a good new fee wife like me. The new age girl doesn't need a man, so she doesn't deserve one. What's a newfie? I don't know what a newfie is. All right, there we go. Is that like a femboy or something? Even handsome guys get nowhere if they fumble their words. Yeah, speech is part of it. So how do you practice speech? I would go home and read books. I would go home and try writing music, try writing lyrics, try writing poetry. You know, actually try to produce something that's decent. And that's a really hard struggle for your brain. But if you work your brain that way, it's like going to the gym for your brain. So when you can write well and when you can speak well and read well, this will show up in your ability to sort of conversate, you know, talk about the ongoings in the world, talk about your visions, your dreams, talk about what she's interested in, how you think of people and the psychology of being a human. All this stuff, right? So you sit down with her, you have this conversation, you go, this guy has a personality. This guy has something to share with me. I can sit down and see myself talking to this guy and not feeling like I'm going insane. So those are all really important aspects too, because you can have a hot body and he's right. You can still fumble because she can detect something about you that's not quite right. She goes, you're gonna kill me and put me in a suitcase later, aren't you? Then she goes, and she runs away. Get me away from this guy, he's crazy. Here's your IQ. So learning how to be charming is a whole process. It's a skill. Elizabeth Rains, One Live Custom 5 Japanese Classic Collection. Ooh. All right, One Live Custom. Here goes. A newfie wife, Newfoundland, raised a bit more old school. I own many leather-bound books. I'm very important. I'm going to throw this out there, and if you don't like it, throw it right back. I want to be on you. That's so funny, man. Oh, man, I should get the sound effects back. You guys missed the sound effects? I missed the sound effects. Where's my folder? Do I ever use this? Let's see. Here goes. You ready? We need to start using these sound effects again.
You can take it. If you don't, send it right back. I want to be on you.
And if you don't like it, you can put it right back. So funny, dude. All right, let me turn that back down. Maybe I should have a separate machine that does sound effects. I missed the sound effects. I paid for them more than anything. Yeah, I'd like to bring them back, but as you recall, the software was overheating this computer, and it still runs really poor even right now. So I haven't quite figured that out. All right, so here they are, the classic collection cards. Let's grab one. We got 1, 2. She ordered how many? 5, 3, 4. Let's grab this one. 5. All right, good luck. Oops. Oops. What is this stuck on? Well, I guess it's not stuck on anything. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's a good round, man. You got Bulbasaur, Mewtwo, Ivysaur, Parasect, and Clefairy. Beautiful cards, right? Okay. So Elizabeth with an EL. What did we do with you last, Elizabeth? Do you have a box? I'm trying to remember what we did with you last. I think what you did is you shipped, and we started you a new bag, right? I can't remember now. Jeff. Need a new bag. Ah, new bag time. Buy a new computer. Yeah, I should probably do that. Elizabeth asked for the sound effects too. I was thinking about downloading the Minecraft sound effects, like Chicken Jockey. I need a Switch 2 now. Do you? All right, there it goes. I can't believe I'm already writing 425 on bags. This year's going by so freaking fast. It's going faster than donkey balls. Ooh. Toss it up there. Here's click. Elizabeth Reigns. Let me get that Magikarp slab. Okay. I will be purchasing a Switch 2. This is a 6th announcement. Everyone, I shall be purchasing a Switch 2. I'm not gay no more. Alright, so what do we got? Nidoran, Charizard, Lickitung. Here's a nice little Electabuzz. There's a second Ghastly, Clefairy. There we are. Oh, Omastar Hollow. Carlton Wicks. 1 Journey Together, 1 Chana Hidden Fates, 1 Poke Shuffle. Okay, the Poke Shuffle has all these bags in it. Let me move them over to the other side now. All right. All right. I'll take the new Xbox PC that's coming out soon. The new Xbox PC. Oh, Voltorb 5. Today, Karis and I finished BioShock. That was fun. What an amazing game. I give that game a 10 out of 10. Wait, this is the Waifu Shuffle. Put that back. Back, I say. Oh, the Voltorb went in there on the cheap. Just $15 for this Voltorb. Shush. BioShock 1 is a 10. Yeah, that was a really great game. All right. I love how this time I played it and I realized Andrew Ryan is actually just like a second name for Ayn Rand. And that's where they got all the ideas for the game. Is it okay to order a book box? Yeah, you should definitely order one if you'd like one. It gets you into line. Yeah, I had a couple I made tonight, and then I got one more to make, and then if you order one, I got 2. So that's it. The line's not so bad. Every night we generate some bulk, and I found some old bulk. I ran into some old bulk, so I've been pushing that out too. Got any slabs for 30.70? Yeah, here's one for 70 right here. Look at that. Last priced on 125. Let's take a look into that. Oh, we're not done with Carlton Wicks. Don't worry, Carlton. Carlton, we're not done with you. Golbat. Oh, wait, it's dark Golbat. Rat. Filter by buy it now. Looks like he's about $66. So my price might be a little expensive at 70. America needs to start eating bats. Bats! It's the chicken of the cave. Journey together and China hidden fates. There it is. Ooh. What do you guys think I should add to my menu next? What do you think my menu's missing? I was thinking, though, these tariffs are only going to create more jobs for bigger corporations and give people the chance to get full-time benefits and even 401ks. They could slow economic growth around the world. So overall, they could be damaging. But yeah, I think there's an argument to be made that some American industries are now going to have a better competitive advantage over, the production of goods and services compared to countries that have considerably cheaper labor. So for the basic American worker, these tariffs might actually be what the Democrats had promised to do for a long time, and they just never did it. Here's Magirna. If you work at an American auto factory and Trump says, yeah, we're going to tariff all these cars, you basically cheered. You said, yes, job security. All right, Carlton. Mr. Carlton. Wow, that is one good-looking Rayquaza. Take a look at that, everybody. Ooh. But yeah, if you're a person who imports Chinese goods, you're going to make less money on those now. Carlton Wicks. So it's a trade-off. We have this big economy built around getting cheap labor in other countries. So changing that economy is going to be pretty painful, and who knows what the outcome will be. It's a bet. It's a bet that the outcome will be good. Hey, I work at an auto factory. There you go. Ooh, here's a Nidoqueen battle. Do you want to host a battle? You and another person need to purchase one spot in this Nidoqueen break for $22. There you go. You work on your scorecard. Did PSA raise the price? No. Small businesses who pay people under the table might not survive. More solo leveling. American need to start eating bats. Drill, baby, drill. Yes. All right. I think Trump came out and said that we're going to start doing coal again. Anthony F. Curtis, Prismatic Booster Bundle. Unbelievable that these are selling, dude. Crazy. That means I got one bundle and a half left. That's all I got left. Wild stuff. All right, Anthony Curtis. Hello, Anthony. How are you? DP, the show god. I want Switch 2 Mario Kart would look dank. PSA will raise prices. Good evening, Mr. Economist. Good evening. Here we are. It's interesting. I'm pretty sure the company CGC sources their slabs from within the United States. Isn't that true? We knew that about them a long time ago, right? I should have a box from a long time ago, says Anthony Curtis. A bag from a long time ago. When you say a long time ago, how long ago? Like 8 months ago? Or are you talking like 2 years ago? Because after 1 year, the bags are donated. All right, you ready? Sniffing this. Come on, Anthony. Hello, princess. A few months. Oh, a few months. That's not long. All right. It eliminates the possibility of people getting their jobs replaced by cheaper labor and productivity. Yeah, well, you know, I guess you could say at least it makes it a bit more evenly set, right? So you have a better chance. Like I was going to go stock a Weiss set with my usual supplier, and then I saw there was a guy in America selling it, and I was like, oh, after the tariff, the guy in America is slightly cheaper. Crazy, right? All right, here goes. So those tariffs are going to create some real shifts in the markets. It would now be a very bad time to be invested internationally. Oh, low punny. You did it! You got the Dusclops! That's the best card in the set! Okay, there's Pikachu. Here's low punny. Kind of Pokemon, Batman. They took her juice. Yeah. You know, it's funny. Trump said he would do all this the first time he ran. It's just surprising everyone. Yeah, it is. Here it is. All right. Okay. It's a pretty crazy time right now. Eevee, Groudon, Whimsicott. Being in a trade war can end very poorly. I don't know. We're going to have to see how it ends. Look at that Slowpoke. Ooh. Well, I would say this was an excellent round, Mr. Anthony, because you pulled the Dusclops. That's the best card. You know, I already read that. PSA and Tag raised their prices while CGC is standing firm on low pricing. Mister, you think CGC gains more of the market soon? Yeah, I think CGC is already the largest competitor to PSA, if you guys didn't know that. So the number one grading company is PSA. The number two grading company is not BGS. It's actually CGC. They get the most grades. Second most grades. All right, Anthony, let's go hunting for that bag. Oh, princess. Let's see. Anthony Kalura. Anthony Roberts. Anthony Curtis. Ta-da! Looks like your bag is from 624. Says you've paid $20 shipping on it already. Okay, there you go. We're going to add this Lopunny and Pikachu to the bag. Thank you so much, man. All right. You got some Minecraft cards in here. That's kind of timely. You know, that Minecraft movie out there, guys, might make these Minecraft cards a little more valuable. All right. I'm gonna make a note that you were here on 4/25. I don't recommend letting your bag get to 1 year old, okay? Let's see what's in there. Sure, let's see what's in the bag real fast. All right. There's the Ghast. So these are the Minecraft cards. Looks like you just opened Minecraft cards. You had a lot of Minecraft cards. Very cool. Yeah, I like these cards a lot. How much do I need to add to ship? Is this an international shipment? Problem is, you might be just over 4 ounces. Maybe we can drop your hollows. Canada? Okay. Oh, Canada. Grabbing this. Okay. Do. Looks like it comes out, yeah, so it comes out to 8 ounces, unfortunately. And in order to get the $20 shipping, it needs to be 4 ounces. So you need this bag to be about half as heavy as it currently is. What I would recommend is if you're not in a rush, you could keep adding stuff to the bag now. You're in the $40 shipping range, and you can actually add a lot more weight to that bag before you hit the $80 shipping range. So it works kind of like this. To get the $20 shipping, you need to have a tiny, tiny bag. Once you're in the $40 shipping range, you can actually ship quite a bit of stuff. So if you want to take the most advantage of that, I would consider not shipping the bag for now. We'll mark the bag as $4.25. I'll write international on it. You can ship out if you prefer, though. Here it is. All right, international. Drop the prismatic if needed. In this situation, if we drop these little prismatics right here, it probably would not make the bag light enough. 4 ounces is what's needed. This is hitting 8 ounces. So you would need about half the bag to disappear. He says, okay, hold. All right. So your bag is updated to 425. It's marked international. International bags are not at the same risk of being repoed as domestic ones. You guys get treated a little nicer. All right, read my last comment. Wait until flights back into the USA are going to affect your airline businesses. I don't know. I'm not very good with airplane stuff. I just drank so much water. Hey, so far no sneezes. What's that all about? No sneezes. Okay, we have a Robert breeding order. Hello, Robert. How are you tonight? 8 of the Japanese Classic Collection. Yo, okay. Schwelp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, good luck. Bet you don't have a headache. I promise I'll buy a Big Mac every day, Trump. So we got Ponyta, Chansey, Doduo, Scyther, Charmeleon, Ivysaur, Hitmonlee, and Sandshrew. Ooh. Very nice. Look at that Scyther. Classic Collection. How nice. Who remembers this set? You used to be able to buy it cheaper, but I kept the hollows and the trainers in the box. Excuse me. Do you guys prefer it that old way? Not bad. Love Chansey. It's a great set. It's always fun to open it. And it's getting pretty old, actually. Classic Collection is getting older. All right, let's see. Where's your bag? What set is that? That's called the Classic Collection. You can pull Classic Collection singles under the singles menu. You think Trump will tariff diapers because he hates it, how he will have to wear it? Oh my God. Trump wears the best diapers. The greatest diapers. Diapers like no one's ever seen. Yeah, he's pretty old. If you ever did a Saturday morning stream, I'd be fancy to watch. I'd be fancy to watch. Maybe Karis could, but I sleep on Saturday morning. Okay, here is Down into the Depths. Charmeleon, 4 of clubs. It's Luigi, Mamma Mia! And here's Fallout Airship. Okay. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo. What's your Delta Species Togetic priced at? I'm gonna buy it. That's a very good card. Here it is. Looks like it's a Delta Species Pop 38, 285. All right. Whatever happened to Alexis? She's still here. She's coming in today, Wednesday, for the shipping. She doesn't really do the streaming so much anymore. I guess it's kind of like she doesn't really ask to, and maybe it's just sort of this thing where it worked out, where it seemed like, I don't know, maybe I was meant to do it. Yeah, it's a tricky thing, I think, and she does the shipping already, right, which takes a certain amount of time. Well, for her to do the shipping and the streaming, I think takes up so much time that it's more strain on her because she's got a kid waiting for her at home. So I don't know, it just kind of worked out that she does the shipping. If she ever wanted to do the stream, she's perfectly welcome to. She's still here, though, yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and refresh and see what kind of orders we got now. Not a huge line, by the way. It's a Tuesday night. We have a short line. That's not surprising. Here's Elizabeth. She says she'll get into that Nido Queen break. Oh. All right. So she is entering the fray. Do we already have an Elizabeth card? Let's see if we have an Elizabeth card. Yes. She's in. There it is. Okay. We'll see if you get some action tonight. there's somebody in for the Nido Queen break. It's a $22 break. It's a 2-spot break. Beatrice says, thank you for the answer about my question. Thank you for answering my question. 1 book box. All right. So let's go fill this out. Here we have this. Ooh, you know, I wonder if this is going to suck ass shipping it this far away. Let's see how this works. I didn't think about that. Did you decide where to move to? No, not necessarily. One thing we're sure about is we're going to keep working our butts off. All right, that's not bad. Stamps encountered an error. Stamps always encounters an error. I don't understand it, man. It really sucks. Let's go ahead and reset the software, I guess. I'm glad Nido Queen is wearing a bra. Let's see. Oop. Okay, we'll open this back up. Man, it's taking forever to load, man. There it goes. All right. Good. And now we're going to say this is 14 pounds because that's how much it weighs. I'll move this. We're going to change the size of this box. All right, now we're waiting for a price calculation. Look at that Nido Queen. Elizabeth is looking for action on Nido Queen. It's a $22 break. If you get the Nido Queen, you will have that written down on your scorecard. I can't find it on the menu. Classic Collection. How much? It's on the extended menu. There's a link to the extended menu in the description. There's all kinds of stuff on the extended menu, so you might give that a chance and see how that works. All right. Good. It's good. Doobie-doobie-doo. Here's a Grant Quan order. It's pretty large. The Delta species Togetic. Also, do you have a Holland Phantom's Rayquaza? I think I had one for sale a little while back, Mr. Grant. Grant Quan. All right, thank you. That is a nice card. That's the second one I've sold, by the way. I had a Holland Phantom's Rayquaza for sale a little whiles back, and I kind of took it down because at the time I placed it up on the table, there didn't seem to be much interest in it. And I don't know. And it's like, I don't even care if it sells because it's such a good card. I kind of figured, hey, man, just leave it alone. Let it get old. Let it get old. Luigi is cool, different, small, and neat. This is not just different, small, and neat. It's from a Hanafuda deck. So Hanafuda is a Japanese card game. There's the back of it. And this is August Red from that game. It's a really nice card. I've sold a ton of these Hanafuda cards, by the way. The soundtrack sounds like Animal Crossing. What? Nuh-uh. No, it doesn't. This guy's always playing tricks, man. You almost can't tell that this is a battle, but it is. This Nido Queen battle has one person in it and needs a second person. If you're willing to put it on Subway, I do that. Gosh, do I want to sell it is the question. Holland Phantoms. I think at the time that I put it up on the table, I was just looking to put anything on the table because we had a lack of things on the table. I don't know if I feel so inclined to sell it now. I mean, maybe I just should. It's one of those things where it's like when you sell it, you're not getting it back probably. Then again, you know, I need to keep stuff moving all the time. What did I buy last that was interesting, I wonder? Move over here. Definitely that Gengar signature, huh? That card's only gone up for me, the Rayquaza Holland Phantoms. Let's see. By the way, we've had a very decent 7 days, guys. All right. No orders in the queue. It's Tuesday night. We have no orders in the queue. This is the part of the stream where I fall asleep in the stream. We probably should show off some rare slabs, huh? These are all pretty expensive, huh? First yawn. Oh, you know what that means. Time to crack out that giveaway. I gotta do something with these Mickey Mouse cards. I might have to sell those on eBay. Those might be Feebay cards. How about this card here? Did this go up in price over time, or has it gone down in price, I wonder? Think that Nami's gone up in price? Let me look it up. Nami 016 2022. Wow, One Piece came out in 2022. Has it really been that long? Okay, last time I checked, this was like an $800 card. It was the pre-errata, right? Looks like it's cheaper. Here's one for $500. Unless I remembered it wrong, because here's one for $400. Wait, that says Wave 3. Well, the problem with this card is I never know what to compare it to. I don't really understand it that well. Oh, the $400 one might have been Wave 2. How do I find Wave 1? Is this it? Is this Wave 1? This just says errata. Okay, here's one that says pre-errata alpha, and it has $850 on it and 13 watchers. I suspect that's what it's worth. Shouldn't it say label pre-errata? No, I don't think they say that. Yeah, it looks like it sells. I'd probably offer this one around 800, I think. I might as well offer this card already. I've had this here for a while, and I don't really even collect girl cards. Do you still have the Hasbro Pokemon coins? Oh, you remind me. I need to get those graded. I need to get some of those graded. Running out of things to sell. All right, if I priced that wrong, somebody warn me. Okay, what about these? Mothman. So the new MetaZoo is out, and I feel it was received well. All right, let me take a look at this Mothman today. I've got a Mothman. He's definitely Mothman. So this will be PSA 10, Kickstarter, Mothman. You guys are watching me price up some cards. That's what we're doing right now. All right, let's see. Is this it? I think I found it. All right. Oh, it's a reverse hollow. We don't have the reverse hollow. We have the hollow. Okay, here it is. The cheapest one. It's got 8 people watching it. It's 2.5 thousand, and that's the regular hollow. That's what's going on. Let me check sold. Oh. Ooh, that's yard number 2. I don't know. All right, so I'll place one up. I'll place them up for sale for 2.5, sure. No, you're right. It has no pre-errata on the label. Cherry Zards. Yeah, where's my Cherry Zards, bro? All right. So here is a Mothman ready for slab away. He's going to be 2.5. Okay, that's going to say 4.25. Lovely. Mothman. The Mothman flip. Oh, man, that is one sexy card, isn't it? What's the population on this card, I wonder? I think that we've got somebody ready to battle with Miss Elizabeth in a break. So this card is population 33. Wow, this is a rare card. So Sneaker Bunko is super expensive, and there's only 33 of these. That's interesting to note. All right. I'm going to move this back over here for the moment. So we added 2 pricey cards to the table here. Mothman and Nami. I bet you someone going to snatch up that Nami for sure, man. That card's going to get snatched. I don't know about the Mothman. That will require a Mothman fanatic to come in here for that one. Okay, so Sarah says, second spot to battle for the glory of Nidoqueen. Ooh, so you want to buy out both spots, which is not really a battle. It's just you buying the card. But actually, you might not even be able to do that. Here is, oops, somebody else placed an order in the PayPal queue, and it might have been for that battle. Oh, here it is. All right. So that's Mr. Oh, I don't want to mispronounce your name, but it looks like it's Pao Vang. And he placed that after you. You placed your order first. I'll let you decide, Miss Sarah. Do you want to just buy this outright, or would you like to actually turn it into a break? Fight, fight, fight. You bought your spot before his, the second one, so you could just take the Nidoqueen if you just want the Nidoqueen. Oh, wait. I confused it here. Oh, my gosh. I learned something about Sarah. Sarah also has Elizabeth in her name. All right. That's actually Sarah who bought the other spot. So Sarah is in here. I'm so sorry. I got that confused for a moment. Why did I think Elizabeth was breaking the other spot? I thought Elizabeth had bought both spots because she wanted it. My bad here. I was totally confused. All right. So we're going to create a Sarah card. Oh, we need new energy cards. And Mr. Vong, you have missed the break, so you'll have a $22 credit. Fight. She's got Elizabeth in the middle name. Here we are. All right. I thought I was talking to Elizabeth. Okay. Do you have a Pokézard green deck in a 9? I'm pretty sure I do, actually. I wasn't really planning on selling it, but I might be open-minded. Okay. Just because I have so many 10s. Okay, the challenger goes always on the right side. Okay, good luck. We're having a little Pokemon battle here, guys. It's best of 3. Any Nidokings for sale, says Jonathan. I think I have a really expensive Crystal Nidoking for sale for $6,000. PSA 10 if you're interested in it. I'm looking for a slab to accompany my Totodile to make shipping more worthwhile. A slab to accompany my Totodile. I don't really know what that would be. It's kind of an open-ended question. All right. So, here goes. 1, 2. Let's see what round 1 is. Oh, there's a Nidoking, speaking of which. And Poliwrath. They're tied. Round 1 doesn't count, so we draw another 2 cards. Ooh, you're getting Bulbasaur. Computer search is the strongest card in the deck. Okay, so you're going to get Charizard on your side. Okay, so round 1 actually goes to Sarah. Okay, here's round 2. Ninetales versus... round 2 is going to go to Elizabeth. 80 HP versus 70. Okay, now we're doing round 3. Ready? That's Swampert. That's a good pull. Versus Venomoth. All right, this will actually become Elizabeth's Nidoqueen. We are. Very nice. Girl fight. Even Steven. Wrong box. So that is a Poke Battle. We're just going to write down 1 on your card here. Okay. And these go back in here. And this becomes your card. If you guys see a card you'd really like to do a battle on, just mention it. Okay, it's a break with 2 spots is what it is. Thank you. We have to write up a store credit card for our new friend, Mr. Pao Vong. Forgive me if I'm saying your name wrong. Okay. No badge stickers yet? No badge stickers. I could do gold stars. How about that? Gold stars. Those are pretty nice. Elizabeth, 5 packs of the Cryptid Nation First Edition. Oh, okay. Cryptid Nation. Those are way over here somewhere. Whoa. Sorry, I was looking for them. Started tilting this to see if it said First Edition on it. I think it's this, right? It should be buried, actually. It'll be way underneath here. Ah, here it is. Got it. Hunter x Hunter. Huh. I think I need to sell these. I don't think they're on the menu. So that would be these guys, correct? Cryptid Nation First Edition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost out of these. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 remaining. 8 remaining. All right. Very nice. Hunter x Hunter packs. If anyone wants to buy these, I'll do $4 per pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs are in the bag. I don't think you wrote the name down on the slab. Didn't I? Of course, it's the slab. There it is. Sorry about that. Okay. Haha. Ooh. Snipping this up. Sneep. Mr. Slacking. I'm sorry. So this is a $40 order, and I think it has a lot of potential flipping because I think all you need is 1 holographic Mothman out of here and you're set. Ready? Wow, I gotta say something about this art style feels better than the new MetaZoo. Do you guys notice that? All right. Also, the red cards, the bright red. Here we've got Loveland Frogman. Ooh. New Battle Break. You want another one? They're pretty addicting. There's a little Mothman on that one. Ghost Deer. The Ghost Deer. Okay. Hodag. You got a Hodag. They're all reverse hollows. You need to get a regular hollow. Oh, you got the Loveland Frog. Very nice. And Flatwoods Monster. Yeah, I gotta say, this has a sort of feeling to it that does remind you of Pokemon to some degree. Maybe it's the hand-drawn art style. Yeah. Weird. I don't feel that in the new set. I do when the new set uses old artworks, but not with the new artworks. Mr. can't draw so well, so he's getting stickers. What are you talking about? You guys told me to get stickers. Oh. Did he draw a badge? I came across a few sealed boxes of this set at a pawn shop. Bought them all and they just sit sealed. Oh, nice. Here we are. At a pawn shop. You're going to pawn shops. All right. I like the drawings. He likes the drawings. I don't need anyone else's opinion. He likes me. He really, really likes me. Okay, Mr. Vong. We have your card here. I'm going to set this to the side now. New break, huh? I don't really know what to do for the new break. How about this Rhydondees? He seems pretty doable. $15, 1, and 2. All right. This one's more about getting your scorecard up there. Mister's wife's drawings are epic. Yeah, she's pretty good. Okay. And I see no orders in the queue. I think that means I'm supposed to price up more pricey slabs, right? Let me know about the PSA 9 Green Poker Zard when you can, please. Ooh, what do you guys think? Do I sell my Poker Charizards or do I stay crazy about it? Gold, Star, Charizard. Sell, says Omar. All right. So let me sort this by highest price. I got Dragon Sickness. I have to hold it. Oh, I'm out of stickers. Time to go to my frog area for frog lights. Sage. No! Why you sage? What's the sage part? That doesn't sound sage to me. Oh, I don't know if I turn peaceful mode back off. Give me a moment. Let me turn combat on. Monsters on. So funny logging into Minecraft on my cell phone. Scooby-Doo-Boo-Ba-Doopy. What the heck? I think it's trying to make me sign back in. Oh, there it goes. It just says it knows it's me. I thought I turned on peaceful mode when I played earlier today. I'm working on that mob grinder. All right, let's see. Settings. Yeah, it's on peaceful. So I'll turn on combat now. All right, there it goes. Okay. Now, we have this lovely Charizard, very affordable, very cheap. I'm going to get a great competitive price for you guys. Have you seen the video for the new grading company? I can't remember what they're called. I just seen it yesterday, but their boxes are black and green, and they're doing 5 grading for 50. There is always another grading company, man. It's kind of crazy how many there are. All right, nice little $40,000 Charizard. Nice. Elizabeth says, I think I already did this order for Elizabeth. Hold on. I think I need to hit refresh. Okay, Elizabeth says she'll get in on the ride-on break now. Okay, ride-on break it is. Ride-on D's. Mr. Powell Vong says he'll get a South Park pack. Okay, so you're in play. Let me grab this card. Now, Elizabeth is jumping in on this. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? Elizabeth with a 1 over here. Holy, calm down, Elizabeth. I enjoyed them. I'll take 2 of those. Easy. I'll take 2 Charizards. Is that what you meant? Now, let's go ahead and grab you a South Park pack. I really like the South Park packs. And I noticed there's been 2 of them have sold more recently. Probably because we're getting South Park back. They're coming back. All right. Here they are. Okay. I don't suppose you already have a bag, right? You're new, aren't you? Okay, we've got Mephisto and Eric. When Eric's trying to figure out who his father is. Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh. Howdy-ho! Terrace and Philip. Not without my ass. Mephisto again. I remember you got the South Park packs in 2023. Yeah, we've had them this whole time. I'm really happy to be holding them. Oh, look at that South Park logo. Lovely, man. All right, let's get this sleeved up for you. You guys really ought to open more of these because we got these South Park logos come out of here every now and then. And although they're hard to grade 10, you could get it to grade 10 and then it's a big flip. That's true with like the Halo packs, you know, the Minecraft packs, the Mario packs. There's all these non-Pokemon packs that actually have pretty legitimate pulls in them that just get totally looked over. All right. That's expensive as a 10. It's just hard to grade. Okay. I wonder if I can double these up. These songs playing on the YouTube radio, they're too calm. They're going to put me to sleep early. It's the same logo you have graded, isn't it? Yes, that's the same one. Same one. They don't come out of every pack, so you have to open a bunch of packs to get one. And then your odds of it grading 10 aren't super good. What I remember is I graded a bunch and only like 2 of them ever got a 10. Okay, so I think you're a new bag, right? Now, as you know, we do not automatically ship these. These do not get automatically shipped. They get named and stored. If you'd like to ship them out, you just have to send $9. All right, that's kind of pricey for a small bag like this one. But the trick is this. Even if you had like 10 pounds of cards, it would still be $9. So it's a flat rate. And the flat rate is pretty good for people who buy a lot. Okay. All right. You're new? Nice, dude. Nice to meet you. All right. Very nice. This is going to go in the P boxes right here. Okay. That's fun. Elizabeth says, let me get that Lugia PSA 10 slab. Lugia PSA 10 slab. There's a PSA 10 Lugia slab? Did I miss it? What is she referring to? Lugia PSA 10. She wants a $60 Lugia 10 slab. What is she referring to? Oh, Luigi. Mamma mia, it's right here. It's in my hand. I'm so dumb, dude. All right. All right. You got it. My eyes see what they want to see. Lugia. All right. Ta-da. I sell a lot of Lugias, so my brain just saw the letters and said that's Lugia. Very good. Sarah's here. She says 1 Shiny Treasures pack, 5 classic collection. All right. So where's Shiny Treasures? I always have trouble finding Shiny Treasures because it gets kind of buried. Okay, it's in the back. It's in the back. Very hard to see. Here we are. Ooh. And 5 of the classic collection. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you have it. Some classic collection sales tonight. Ooh, Scyther again. That's nice. Paris. Rapidash. Oh, man. Big Man Blastoise. And Pinsir. You got Slicer and Blasty Boy. Ish Blasty Boy. How about this Shiny Treasures? So this could give you that blue Mew if you're real lucky. Sounds kind of like Blue Chew. Oh, you got Glamora or something like that. That's definitely a Pokemon. I like the classic collection though, man. Those are nice. Just automatically nice. All right. Doo-doo. Here we are, here we are, here we are. You can keep the hollows. It's too late. They're in your bag. Okay. It can't be stopped once it's started. Here's Coughing 9 for $70. Punch Your Buns Boy for $54. That's a drill card. Ah, this Gengar, which is a very serious card that you might be interested in buying. And the Mew Mega Break, which is done with 1 spot. Cool. The Mega Break just kind of hangs around on the table for a really long time. Oops, that is the mute button. Turn that down a little bit. So, thank you, Miss Sarah. Sarah. Alex Silva, 1 Metazoo base, 3 Halo packs. So, Metazoo base, that's this stinky thing, right? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Metazoo base is out. Brand new Metazoo. 3 Halo packs. I really, really like the Halo packs. Just because the Halo packs are handing out like some pretty crazy pulls. But we're empty box there, so you have to give me a moment. I'm going to go grab a fresh box of the Halo. How many spots left in the sub list of Mew? So, that tends to move real slow. Oh, look, you're the first one in there. So just one person in there for the moment, okay? Yeah, the Mew tends to move pretty slow. Let me go get some sleeves. Sometimes confused with Steves. All right. Working my way over. Ta-da! Elizabeth and Strawberry going in tonight. I know. All right. What say you're the Pokemon card? Ooh. I kind of don't want to sell them. See, like you're asking me, and I want to sell them to you because you're asking me. But I kind of like holding all the Charizards. That's the whole point of the hoard of poker cards. Toss this back down here. All right. All right. I'm going to go in on payday to the Bills. To the Bills? No. All right. Psycho Crusher's sad. Yeah, I know. I feel imposed upon it slightly. Those cards aren't really for sale. They're just in my personal collection. But it's like, you know, I have this natural inclination to get a sale. I have this natural inclination to get you what you want. But I'm really supposed to hold those. Here we are. Pop this over here. I think I've wanted an SGC holder. Would you be interested in that one? I don't know where that went, though. There's one in an SGC holder somewhere. Did it go over here? Well, not in here. Where would I put that card? Would I put it in the cases? Ooh, there's some black labels right there. Polytoad. Why is he in there? Oh, yeah, remember that? He got stuck. He got stuck. He wasn't moving. I don't know why the Polytoad was in the box with the SGCs and the Beckett's. Put this back over here. I'm pretty sure that there's a SGC green Charizard poker card that I actually have available for sale somewhere. There it is. Let me snip this. I just don't know where it's at. I think it's in... It's not on the right side. It must be on the left side. I don't think he would have been put into a regular box, right? He wouldn't have fit. No Pokies for me these 2 months. Twin Lightning and Quick Upgrade and Thunderous Feather. All right, there you have it. This design reminds me a little bit of that Disney set. Here it is. Enchanted or whatever. Lorcana. Disney Lorcana. Here it is. Okay, okay. Here's the Halo Pack. What do we got? Linda. Ooh, Linda. Prophet of Mercy. This guy. Hunter. Weapon Drop. All right, cool stuff. I just didn't think you'd want to hold 9s with your many 10s. It's just that I have a red deck in a 9, so would love a matching green. Oh, so if you have a PSA 9, you probably wouldn't want an SGC 9. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, you know, I'm supposed to hold them is all. There it is. I probably could afford to give you one. There it is. You know, I got those greedy goblin eyes. Here it is. Especially when it comes to the right items. Don't worry about SGC. I need a matching PSA. Yes, that makes sense. Here it is. Halo Infinite. The story so far. Okay. Oops. Are you surprised I'm such a greedy goblin for the 9s? Ta-da! Okay. And what's this? We've got Captain Veronica Dare. Ooh. Very nice. We got these two here. Okay, there we have it. Those are your Halo packs. Here's my observation on the Halo packs. You didn't get any good packs. That could mean the next one is hot. Right? So what you got here, you got a holographic weapon drop, and you got 2 of these special holos. But you didn't get any transparents. You didn't get any thick cards. You didn't get any numbered cards. All right, that's Alex Silva. So that's my observation for you. In other words, it might be worth it to go a little deeper. Okay, you got a lot of cards here, Mr. Alex. Alan a Bale. Do we have another AL box? I don't think we do. We have an AL3 box, but that's full. There's the AL2 box. How full is the AL2 box? Okay, looks like you're going into the AL2 box. Who's in here? Man, there are people who got fat bags and they just leave them in there forever, dude. Forever. All right. Thank you, thank you. All right, let me go grab a green Charizard. Let me look at my Charizard. Go look at this green Charizard, freaking green Charizard. Where is he? I gotta find out what box he's in. Wait, is it this one? Oh my god. I have so many of them. It's in a full box. I wouldn't have expected that, I guess. Okay. So here is a green Charizard 9. Which Halo packs were those? The $18 ones. Upper deck. $18. PSA 9. Poker Charizard. Sort by low price. Oh my god. Alright, so says here the cheapest one is $550. So the cheapest one is $550 as a greenback. Let me do a 5% tax on it at least, okay? 5% tax. So $580 is the target price. Still here, Mr. Psycho Crusher? Cheap and affordable. Okay. All right, so we've got a price for this guy. Okay, $4.25 just marks the month. There he is. Every time Charizard goes up on this table, boom. He could probably be a red label card and he'd still sell. That is one of the things I've learned over time is you will always have like coughing. He will always be on the table. You just can't keep some other cards on the table. It doesn't last. Sarah's here. She wants the Cardos Growlithe 9. Ooh, good choice, actually. Is that on the table? The Growlithe. Thanks a lot. I'll have a good think. Oh, did it surprise you? It's a little pricier than you thought? Now you're wondering if you want it. Okay, give me a minute. Cardos Growlithe 9. Must have been in the Discord. Is that right? Let me look it up. She didn't mention if it was in the Discord, but I didn't see it in the back. I want it, but I don't have the funds for it currently. That's how life works, you know? Yes, it was in Discord. Ah, okay, perfect. So, let me keep looking. I kind of figured. Good card. Articuno, Houndour. Look at that. Pricey, but really nice. Reverse Hollow 10 Houndour. But I bet you this card's really nicely priced. Email. So many cards already. Dark Rapidash. How much for that Dark Rapidash? That one needs to be up here. Here's that Nidoking I mentioned. Somebody asked me about Nidoking. We do have a Nidoking for sale. $6,000. Aquapolis Nidoking. Oh, gosh, I can't find it. Sorry, Sarah. Still looking? Oh, it must be at the very bottom or something. Wait, was it in the April channel or the March channel? Oh, no. Tell me it wasn't in the March channel, was it? All right, let's see. Oh, my gosh. It's going to be in the March channel. Yeah, throw me a bone. Let me know. These are really hard to find, actually. It's kind of like finding a needle in the haystack. Put that back over there. Yes, it was the March one. Oh, my God. That's me going through the April one. Oops. All right. This was all April. All right. Sorry, guys. We'll get this. Ooh. Leave that up there. Okay. So March. March is huge. The March box is gigantic. Let's see if we get lucky. Let's zoom out. Okay, these aren't even from March. These are new slabs. Here's a Minecraft card. That might have gone up in price with how well the show's doing. Oh, there's another Politoed. Oh, that is the Politoed that we just found. Okay. He just can't be found. Cardos Growlithe, where are you? Coins, not the bees. All right. Oh my gosh, I can't grab them. Mr. Mime. Nobody wants Mr. Mime. Ah, there's that other Charizard. Here's a Charizard. I don't know, Sarah. This seems impossible. Why'd you make them so hard to find? Here's a, oh, there he is. Here's a cute little Porygon. Okay. Anything in here interesting for, like... No? Okay. We need some new cards in the Poke Shuffle, but I don't got anything. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. All right, guys, there it is. All done. Wow. That was really difficult. Miss Sarah. And one spot in the glory of Rocket Break. Ooh. Very good. I love that goofy ow. What? Oh, that. Okay. You're spot number 2 in the... Oh, Glory of Team Rocket. Oops. Okay. Glory of Team Rocket. There we go. No, mister, your Popeye laugh is better. What? Okay. Here's Mr. Palvang. And he says, right on prismed slab break. Oh, yeah. So you're in a break after all. Here it is. Ready? So you're going to need a new card. You got the psychic card. Good. You're the challenger. You go on the right side. And Elizabeth going to go on the left side. Give me this packet of cards. Okay. He's a married man. I'm a married man. Yes. That means you need to be able to keep very good secrets. There it is. I love my husband. He can never know. All right. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Oops. Somebody's got Moltres. 1, 2. All right. Here's Blaziken. Oh. And 20 HP. So we draw a card from the top, and whatever this is has 20 extra HP. Pikachu. Pikachu turns into a 70 HP card. The first round goes to Elizabeth. Okay? Set these out of the side. All right, now, round number 2. Uh-oh, that's Magikarp. He's one of the worst Pokemon to battle. There it is Moltres. All right, so round 2, Mr. Vong. Very nice. And now, round 3 of the Poke Battle. Bulbasaur with 40. That's not looking good. And, oh no, Mewtwo with 60. Mewtwo beats Bulbasaur. So this round's going to go to Mr. Vong. All right, cool. He's a married man. Tossing this over here. All right. Okay. Married to my Pokemon cards. This is going to say 1. Okay. Bazoop. And we're going to grab this. Is it more fun to keep track of how many times you miss as well? That's how we used to do it. Did you know this? In the past, the way we would do it is we didn't just track how many times you pulled a hit. We actually tracked how many times you missed. And you could see if you were net negative or net positive. I feel like those were a really fun way to do things. I had this different idea of doing badges, right? And I don't know how the badges are going. All right, cool. Well, I suppose now we need a new battle card. How about this Charizard? Is it 250, 250? This card's going right in the Poke Shuffle. Poke Shuffle is real dry. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need this real bad. Oops. Y'all hear about Andy Poop Simps ending her cases of cards and she ghosted him. What? I don't even understand the language we're using here. Would anyone like to donate a card to the Poke Pot? Here's the Poke Pot so far, everybody. Oh, Minnie Mouse. All right, we've got Yokel Yeti Who. This guy. This girl. It's a vintage Topps card. A lot of cool crap going in here. All right. Mimi 6 would like to donate a card into here. What's cool about the PokePod is you don't have to spend any money to play around with it. You can take cards that you already own and donate them. All right, so how shall we do this, 6? The question is, this wouldn't be eligible. How about this ugly thing right here? Would you like to donate that? I'm trying to think. I don't really understand. You don't want to give up Raichu. Raichu's actually good. You could give up Ruffian. I don't really understand the value of these cards at all, so I don't know how to donate them. Do the ugly one. Yeah. All right, the ugly one goes in. Here's Ruffian, if you ever want to do Ruffian. He's a Waifu. Unless you're into Ruffians. Blink twice if you need saving. All right. Hey there. Ah. Anything in my tiny bag you can donate if there's something decent. Landing on 4, 5, 3, and 1. No combo at all on that one. Sorry, 6. All right. Somebody else mentioned they would like to do it as well. Sarah has got lots of stuff. I believe Sarah has something that can be donated, right? We're just going to grab your most forward bag and look for some junk in here. Lugia. All right. You can donate a Glamora if you'd like. Would you like to donate Glamora? Glamora is not exactly a big chase. Glamora is kind of like some stinky poopy. This 531 is my birthday. Now we've got going on in this box what I was hoping for. A scenario where it's actually getting kind of fun. Do you still have that Halo Master Chief sketch card? I believe I do, yes. That's a really good one, and I felt confident that that one was going to sell. Sometimes it takes a minute to sell it, because look, we only have 100 viewers, so you need just the right person to see it, but there it is. That is a high-quality card, undoubtedly. It also graded a 9, which is not bad for a sketch card. You could just have it regraded as authentic. All right, here goes. Landing on 2 6s. All right. There it is. Glamora stays in the box. Whoa. Okay. So I'm going to place this over here. If you guys want a better chance of going into the PokePod, mention what your name is so that it's really easy to find you, okay? All right. I happen to know Sarah really well. Let's go ahead and take a scroll up here and see what kind of things we got going on now. I'll buy it and add shipping. That one right there, right? Yeah, that's a great card, man. You're not going to regret that one because when it comes to these Halo cards, that's the one everyone wants. They all want the Master Chief helmet card. And then many of the drawings are other things. Like, I've seen a lot of the Halo sketches now, and you don't get a lot of the Halo Master Chief helmets, so this is a good one. Can't wait for December sub to come back. Yeah, you were asking a little bit about, you were asking how many cards got upcharged. I wonder if I can look that up real fast. Approval required, PSA submission. I'm writing on behalf of PSA. Here it is. So it's this right here. Oh my God, it was so much money. Oops, is this working? It's not all loading. Well, the page with your stuff on it. Oh, here it goes. So it says your 2 lightnings, and there's a Freerin Beyond Journey. I don't know if that one's yours. Basically, they were upcharged $5 each. It's barely a change. It's barely a change. Does upcharge mean they got 10? They're actually getting 9 sometimes now. Didn't you have one in here, Kendo? You had a fancy signature, did you not? Let's see. Oh, here it is. PSA submitted. Wait, my SSP didn't get upcharged. Oh, face. Well, let me look again. Which one is the SSP? There's a Beyond Journey's End Mage Fern signature. That one is upcharged. Cinema Roll. Cinema Roll. Is he even in this one? Oh, Pochaco is. Cinema Roll SP. Oh, nope. It got a 10 and it did not get upcharged. Cinema Roll SSP was not upcharged. Maybe they just didn't have anything to compare it to, if you think about it. Yeah, you got a 10 on that one. Ha ha ha, what the F? Why was Hello Kitty last time got upcharged? WTF. Yeah, so she had a normal Hello Kitty card that got an upcharge, and it made no sense because it was just a regular, like, SR or something like that, right? And we're pretty sure what happened was they thought it was the more valuable SSP because they actually share the same number, and yet they're a different rarity. So she got upcharged pretty decently on that one, and it just made no sense. And now she's got a Cinema Roll SSP, and they're not asking anything for that. But you know what? I think it's because you've got the only one. That's why I'm betting. Yeah, I'm betting they don't know how to upcharge it because you've got, like, the only one. They suck. It's pretty upsetting, actually. What a blanking joke. Yeah, it's really stupid. It's like they're just casting out a fishing line to try and get more stuff. All right. Boy, the yawns are kicking in, huh? Let's get this giveaway going on. Also, we need a new battle card. Upcharge on 9 is insane. I got 4 upcharges all on Greyfeld Hat Pikachus. They were all PSA 9. They all got upcharged, all 4 of them. How stupid is that? Oh man, it's out of control yawning over here. I go to sleep at like 5:30 now. And right after the stream, I just pretty much just climb into bed. So this is like the very end of my night. This is the very end of my day. And it is so hard to stream a stream when you're in a quiet, dark room. And it's just you and you're sitting in your nice chair. I mean, I could just close my eyes and go to sleep right now. Brandon says, oh, sick, you accept crypto too. Yeah, we can accept broad variety of cryptos. In fact, you can just tell me which cryptocurrency you prefer to use, and I can go get you an address for that. I think we have Avalanche and what's the other one? The one that LaFlame likes to use all the time. We have 2 on the list right now, but you can ask for Bitcoin, you can ask for Ethereum, you can ask for just about anything you want. Sent for the Halo card. Okay, the Halo card's accounted for. Yeah, it's a good one. I didn't think that one was going to last. All right. I buy PSA 10s, but would never grade with them. It's not that I wouldn't grade with PSAs, just that they've gotten harsher over time, and I don't think that's a smart move for them. All right, let's see. We're going to say choose a winner. Nick L. I'm in a trade right now, waiting till Solana pops higher. It is. So, Nick, you must be having a fun time with all the Trump tariffs and volatility in the market. Clued. So this is Clued. That's how you say his name, Clued. R1TCG. All right. What do people expect when they use the grading company paying some amount? Or what do people expect when they use the grading company? PSA paying some amount. Nicholas Lloyd. It's Nicholas Lloyd. Did I hear something? I thought I heard something weird. All right, Sarah, 1 box of OP11 for OP9 English. Ooh, a big Elizabeth order, everybody. Well. Let's see what we got. All right. My shorts are making money, but my long trade is where the majority of my bag is. You got bags? I want bags. Oh, knocked my camera over. Sorry about that. Just trying to stand up here. All right, we need some OP11. Oh. Oh, so we had a box of OP9 left. It's OP11 we need more of. All right, this goes here. This goes here. Okay, let me grab one more box of it. So I have discovered we also have an additional case of OP9. So I didn't need to buy that case the other night. Have you ever fallen asleep on stream? One time I was kind of falling asleep on stream. I remember it. It was really bad. It was like falling asleep at the wheel of a car. Yeah, I was nodding off. I was so tired. Here it is. All right. That's pretty rare, though. Pretty sure that only ever happened one time. That might have been like 3 years ago. Okay. There you go. Okay. All right. If the queue is low, can I send for a pre-grade for 2 cards? You can send for a pre-grade anytime you want. Pre-grade's a thing you can order just like any service. All right. Okay. Step in this. I was watching an older stream of yours, mister, and saw that you used to put a sign that said, on break, when you're away from the table. Really? That's funny. Oh, I remember this. Because I was supposed to, like, stretch or something like that. Yeah. I was trying to be healthy. I gave up on that pretty fast. What I was doing was I was laying down and stretching my back and getting the blood flowing. Back in the good old days. $10 a card for pre-grade? No, that's really expensive. It's something like $3 a card, I think. $10 is really expensive. All right, you ready? Pre-grading with TheCardconomist. It's a good thing. It will help you avoid... I'm pretty accurate, actually. I graded like 10,000 cards, and I've graded probably more than 10,000 cards with PSA. So what I mean is I TCCG graded about 10,000 cards, and then I personally graded probably well over 10,000 cards with PSA. Snoop finished a gaming stream but didn't end the live for about 4 hours. Oops, that's funny. He's getting pretty old. I'm getting old. I'm going to be an old man in like 2 seconds here. Did you still go on walks? Do you still go on walks? Yeah, Kirsten and I still go on walks together. I don't do the the nighttime walking thing anymore. You know, it was really difficult actually in a sense because what it did, I went to sleep after the walk was over, and that was just a really atrocious sleep cycle. It is because I'd go to sleep, the sun would be going up, I'd be getting all that sunshine in my eyes, you know? And then what? I'm sweating, my body's heaving and full of oxygen and energy, and the sun hit my eyes. What, I'm just supposed to climb into bed and go to sleep? So it wasn't very smart, to be honest with you. We shifted it over to taking walks together. We try to walk between an hour and a half hour 3 times per week. So we get a little exercise in. It is nothing too serious. Remember when Mister would do those rope things? Yeah. Do you wear wigs? Powdered wigs, yes. All right, Elizabeth, you got Donkey Kong here. Ooh, Donkey Kong. This girl in a dress. Konnichiwa. All right. Okay. All right, all right. I just want to know how many of you guys can hear me talking to you in your sleep. Because you certainly spend some time in the nighttime streams. Some of you guys. Here we are. All right. Oh. When will you wear wigs? When we start throwing the tea in the harbor again, I'm putting the wig on. There. I thought about buying a prop monocle and top hat and wearing them when I make videos. All right. Here's a hollow. Oh. Oh. Very nice. That's Miss Sarah. We pulled your alt art out already. That was OP11. Thank you very much. Looking for those mangoes. Always looking for the mangoes. I'm getting a wig right now. All right. Lovely. That was Miss Sarah opening up 1 box of OP11. 1 whole box. Thank you, Sarah. Mangoes. Give me the mangoes. And nothing but the mangoes. Here's Horsey. Have you ever worn wigs? Wigs. Let me think about it. Maybe like when I was a kid, I was like a clown or something. No, I never actually did that either. I think I had a brother who went as a clown for Halloween. Let me think. Like a wig? No, I've never worn a wig. Weird to think about. People wear wigs sometimes. All right, you ready? So now we've got, click, a big order. Oops, this needs to go back over here. And we need to hit refresh. So here's our friend Alex Silva picking up the sketch card and shipping. Okay, Alex Silva. I just seen the ad again. It's called Degree Grading. Degree Grading. I think I've heard of that one. Don't they have like some ugly like green highlight label or something like that where it's got like a line running down it or something just diagonally or some stupid thing? Alex Silva. Degree Grading. What? I want to make LMFAO grading. LOL grading. Yes. Okay, we got 2 nice bags here. We're not missing a bag, are you? Hello, Mr. Chat. Great pickup. Yeah, that one was nice, huh? Let's see. Alan Bale. Alexis Limon. It was just the 2 bags, right? Just double, triple checking. Looks like it is. All right. Oops. And now you're going to get one of these. What up, La Flame? How you feel about that 100% tariff on China? Just the 2 bags. All right, it's a pretty solid round. seriousness. Waiting for that price. There it is. That's a pricey little shipment. Lovely. Need the market to go down more. What? Nuh-uh. Scooby-Dooby-Buzz. I just don't understand what in the world could be going wrong with stamps. Okay, here goes. Why does it do this? It's fighting me. It just doesn't want to print the label. And if I keep fighting it, eventually it will. Okay, there it is. Mail piece is over the weight of 0 pounds and 15.999 ounces. That doesn't make any sense because there's no limit on this type of shipping for that weight type. You can ship a package over a pound for ground shipping. God, dude. All right, let's try this again. Oh, and look, now it works. Well, it's like magic. God, dude. This software is so nuts, dude. Okay. Okay. Trump's next tariff target is medicine. No! From Norway's perspective, we won't lose anything from the tariffs, but the U.S. will lose a lot in trading with us. Time for bed. Have a good night, everyone. Peace, everyone. I'm heading to hell for my 12 hours. To hell, he says. No! All right. Nicholas Lloyd, 10 raging surfs. 10 raging surfs. Let's see. Here's some raging surfs, but not 10 of them. I'll have to go get more. Oops. Tossing this over here. All right. A raging surf. I think the tariffs were more like for Asia, to be honest. It's cold in here, man. It's freaking cold. I like it that way, though, I guess. Better than hot. It's hot is no good. All right. So here we are. Ooh. Oops. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. Ooh. So is the U.S. doomed because of the tariffs? Doomed. Doomed. Ready? I don't think so. All right. All right. And all right. But I think the economy might not grow as fast. And I think there's going to be a lot of disruption pain. Here we are. Oh. There's the fox. Here's Golden Go. Wow, just watched your Mew slab. What a good deal. Yeah, that was pretty lucky, huh? Not doing, but a lot of business will get problems, and the customers. Yeah, I think some items will get more expensive. Here it is. That's never any fun. Ooh, look at that little Gengar. Here's a Zacian. Cold. Cold. And I think outside countries will find it's harder to compete with products that are made in the United States. Okay. Very good, very good. You're the one with the Error Dragonite, right? That's right, I've got the Error Dragonite. That's part of my prestigious collection. Error Dragonite. Southern Island Mew is now part of that collection. It's pretty good. Mr. Nicholas with an N. Yeah, I've been collecting for 6 years, and I've done pretty good. I mean, picking up that Mew, that was an expensive card, but picking it up at such a low price was extremely lucky. And clearly, it was the outcome of that guy hoping to pass on his problem to me and say, "Oh, oops, I got a deactivated Mew card." So let's see. Nicholas Lloyd. All right. Yeah, I think he just wanted to get rid of it because it was deactivated. What a steal, to be honest. Here we are. Oh my gosh, I'm finally done with the frog lights. Nice. Tammy made me frog lights. Yay! Okay. We have an order from Andrew Martin. Pre-grade for Houndoom Master Ball and Kafka Final Fantasy. Okay, Andrew, let's go grab those. You got a bag in here, right? These incline dumbbells are making me flabby. Customers in the U.S. will get more expensive iPhones, cars, clothing, shoes, and that might affect the purchasing power in the United States. Here we are. Let's see. Okay. Well, I think the goal is probably to have every country drop their tariffs a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. So maybe they will be able to negotiate some tariffs being dropped. Dark Knight, you got a lot of cool stuff. Mimikyu, Deerling, Shaman, Briar, Blasty Boy. Whew, that's a lot of stuff. You have a Gold Star Rayquaza? No, I had a chance to buy one in the past for 40,000, which at that time was a lot for me, so I did not buy it, but I kind of wish I had. Master Ball Houndoom. Well, now I'm confused. You got more than one bag? Is that what it is, Andrew? If you see another in there worth grading, let me know. I feel like you have more than one bag. Oh, you do. That's the B bag. Oops. All right. I had myself looking through the wrong bag. Here it is. Andrew hits. All right. Here we are. Cloth, Mickey Mouse, Joltik, Houndoom. I think you want that graded. And Cloth. No, Kafka. Kefka. He's going to tariff the iPhones. Not my iPhone. Ooh. So my eye immediately detects off centering on this card. This card will not be worth grading. The centering is bad enough that I'm giving this an 8. I would not bother grading an 8. Okay, then we got Kefka, huh? I mean, not perfect. There's that typical square lining you see in the cards. You can see it here too, though. Here and here. And that almost looks like some kind of dot right there. Some little black dot. Maybe that's part of the art, though. It might be part of the artwork. This one's more of a gamble. I'm going to write this down as 9+. Could still be worth grading, because you never know how a 9+ turns out. Okay, so that one's 9+. All right, this one's probably got a good chance, doesn't it? So it's slightly thinner on one side. You can see that playing out on the back as well. Oh, look at that right there. What's up with that? Wow. That card has a big line in it. Wow. All right. Your Pikachu is no good. Not only is he off center, but he has damage on the back. Okay, that card's getting a 5. And now you see the value of some TCC grading, everybody. We got those cards TCC graded. And he's going to avoid some pretty bad grades. All right, 8, 9 plus 5. Might be worth it to send out the Kefka if you really like the Kefka, because he could turn into a week 10. Okay. Supposed to be doing that for Mr. LaFlame still with some of his cards. It is a lot of work grading cards, man. It wears your brain out real fast. Apple overcharges anyways. Freaking Apple, bro. Freaking Apple. Here's Charmander. Umbreon. This is a lovely ancient Mew. Did you say piss? Okay, here's Dodrio. And Jigglypuff. Some nice 10s here. That Jigglypuff could go in the Poke Shuffle, I guess. I just saw the video of the club that went down in the Dominican Republic. Oh, I heard about that. How tragic is that, man? All right, let's adjust this camera a bit. Building collapse. Wild. Bunch of people died. Okay, let's see what's next. We have a $3 order. Pre-grade my 1998 South Park logo card. Okay. These cards tend to be asymmetrical, so I don't know how they will decide the symmetry. This. That being said, it does look like it's shifted to the left, roughly. Like, look at how the how all this sits. I would say it's pushed that way. And then let's look at the edges. It's not a bad card on the back. I mean, when you really look hard, you notice this here. So the card kind of lifts right here. See that? Almost like that's probably where the roller went. But it doesn't look like it left a really notable mark on the card. Because all the cards run under printer wheels. Roller wheels. Okay. One thing I do notice about the card is it does have like some fibers on it that maybe you need to peel off with your finger. But I'm not going to do that because that would scare me if I messed it up. Also, you know, this corner here seems kind of roundish. We also see a white dot in the mountain right there. I'd send it in because, you know, even if you get a 9, you're probably going to make all your money back. So if you get a 9 on this card, I'm going to mark this as probably 10 minus. So if you get a 9 on this card, you can just sell it as a 9 and get all your money back probably. But if you get a 10, it's a big flip. But the off-centering of the writing, that seemed kind of clear. The question is, how will they look at that? Do they look at that as off-centering? I don't really know. You know, it's a weird thing. Like, I don't know how they treat centering on a card that's so asymmetrical. But then also, you know, the corner did look a bit rounded, and the white dot in the mountain, it does make me feel like it's a weak 10, maybe a strong 9. And so I would test it out. If there's a chance that it turns into a 10, that's really good for you. If it turns into a 9, you can try to sell the 9 and break even. So you just win-win. All right. It's worth testing. Thank you. Here's Sarah. She says, OP 11 bucks. I thought you might ask that, so I brought another one. Haha. Tonight, Sarah going real deep. You got Elizabeth in your name, man. It's confusing. All right, Sarah. There we go. Ta-da. China got 104%. Whew. How will that play out? I mean, that's really going to affect the markets. 104%. That's serious. I wonder if China will come out and announce an even higher tariff on American goods. I don't know what they'll do. It is. I think for China, it's kind of about protecting their brand, protecting their image, to make it look like they don't bend the knee to America. You know, they want to implement their own currency, the BRICS currency. That's a big deal. They don't just want to be like a trading partner to the United States. They want to replace us. You don't release a gold-backed currency and start pulling everyone in to get on that gold-backed currency. You know, it's not like the EU and the Euro. Those are all European countries. China's just grabbing anyone they can. They got India, dude. BRICS, that's India. And so they want, you know, they've got the second largest economy. They have a little bit of a monopoly on manufacturing. They want to make this BRICS currency. They want to replace the U.S. That's their goal. It's kind of a scary reality. There it is. All right, there we go. Did you guys hear Zelensky? He mentioned that they've captured Chinese soldiers in Ukraine. I don't know if he's telling the truth on that, but assuming he is, that's kind of a big step. Maybe they're just people who felt like aiding in the war. They weren't like directed to go there. But man, if they were directed to go there, that's kind of crazy. It is. All right. China, whoops. Here's a hollow. But yeah, so that's the latest news in Ukraine is Zelensky said they caught Chinese soldiers. Here it is. That seems unfair. It does seem unfair that Zelensky has to fight Russia and North Korea at the same time. And then maybe Chinese soldiers? Like, what? All right, here we are. Ooh. Nice leader card. That seems a bit unfair. All right. Oh. Ooh. Look at that. The pink-haired guy. Very nice. Okay. How could he tell the difference? Oh, my God, bro. All right. Already got one with your mama. Cornrow says, you mad? I've been eating PBJ every day. Time to buy some egg layers. Egg layers? Dude, PBJ, I used to eat PBJ sandwiches too, until I used like a calorie tracking app, and I discovered you might as well just have a slice of cake. It's the equivalent of like a slice of cake. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, I'm just going to go have a donut. So, yeah, no more peanut butter and jelly for me. There it is. All right. Here's this. I think of it like desserts. That I would go eat peanut butter jelly, except when you recategorize it as a dessert, you go, that's not a worthwhile dessert. I might as well go get one I like. My favorite meal is McDonald's. Hey, you know, there's that one guy who's been eating Big Macs his whole life. Here we are. It's kind of like me showing up to the stream every single day of my life. Ooh, very consistent. Okay. Hash browns. Ooh, hash browns are good, man. Hash browns are good. You know how I like to make hash browns? I'm actually really good at hash browns. We've been making hash browns since I was a kid. My family, we had this gigantic Sunday dinner. It was like breakfast. It was, brunch. It was this big deal. Big Catholic family, 11 children. We'd all go to church, and then we came home, and there'd be like an hour of work of preparing this massive brunch. And of course, it included a lot of hash browns. So we experimented with a lot of different hash brown varieties. And now, as an adult, I'm really good with hash browns. I like to do a full meal kind of hash brown setup with like a little bit of sausage. But what I also get going in the hash browns is onion and garlic and jalapeno. And it's just so crazy good if you cook that well. It is. All right. So that was for Miss Sarah. Ooh. Sarah, you picked up Double Hitbox, the pink-haired character who was in the Netflix adaptation. What's his name? Are you doing anything when you hit 100K? Yeah, we have a big giveaway going on. When we hit 100K, we're going to give away like $5,000 or something like that. All right. Here we are. 100K is just a small stepping stone to 200K. Trader Joe's has the same hash browns as McDonald's. I get the spicy McChicken without mayo, then I add mustard and pickles. Here we are. All right. I never really liked the McChicken. It's not even meat, dude. It's just like a bit of breading, isn't it? Dylan Chan. One custom vintage pack for Dylan Chan. Here you go, Dylan. All right. I had McDonald's recently for the Minecraft meal. This most money I've ever spent at McDonald's. Those little Minecraft meals are super pricey. All right. Okay, you've got Psychic, Mysterious Fossil, Rhyhorn, Barboach, Pokeball, and Tyrogue. Oh, that's cool. All right. Thank you, Dylan. It's supersized McNuggets. I'm ready for KFC to bring back the Double Down sandwich again. I actually found a KFC sort of near me. It's like a 30-minute drive. Okay. There was a documentary about somebody eating McDonald's all day. It was called Supersize Me. Oh, yeah, I remember. That movie was hysterical, man. It was so crazy watching that. Everyone talked about it when it came out. It was like instantly viral. Before things went viral, it was viral. All right, let's give out a couple more spots here. So we got Lurkin Larry. Lurkin. I think we have to give a spot to Sarah. And number 6 is going to be Shinobi. Okay, we got 6 spots in. We could host another challenge break. Do we have more cards for a challenge break? Here's another Halo sketch. Scooby Dooby. Port Gustiace. Oh no, not the yards. Oh, he's kind of cute. That's kind of nice. 34. Venonat 9 in the chess game. Let's get these up here. We need some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to do the full 35 on the Venonat. Venonat's a 9. All right. Cool. I didn't feel like the views were particularly high tonight. I wonder if that thumbnail wasn't very effective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. So this is number 15, the chess game. All right. Or maybe tonight, a lot of people just weren't in the buying mood. It is. We are heading into summer, man. Got that summer weather coming up. Okay. Some of you guys might not have heard this, but Karis and I finished BioShock. That was really fun. I give BioShock a 10, dude. It deserves it. Wobbuffet 10, huh? So if it's 75, what's that in half? About 37. Okay, Wobbuffet could be a nice break. It's a PSA 10 this time. Not a very common poker card. All right. BioShock is that good, huh? I'd give it a 10. BioShock, 10 out of 10. Yeah, it's one of those games you probably need to go play. I will say this. Although it holds up for, all this time later, it holds up. It was a lot crazier to play back when it initially came out. So, I have that perspective of what it felt like when it first came out. And so maybe my grade is a little bit biased because I'm nostalgic for it. But yeah, it's a great game, dude. BioShock's a good one. All right, I'm not seeing any order. Oh, I take that back. We have one order of the queue. Here we go. Let's see what we got. It's Mr. Palvong. He says, send my card, South Park logo, to PSA for grading. You can remove that fiber in the corner if you want to try. Okay, that's all the things I need to hear right there. Yes, because grading companies will not do that for you, and they will actually take points off if there is still fiber on the card. All right. So you have given me permission to do that. All right, good luck with the grade. I'm going to find a way to play Split Fiction. Oh, we don't want to reuse that sleeve. We'll be kind of giving it away. Here's another sleeve. This one will get tossed. P for PSA. All right, good. Lovely. Wow, pretty cool, man. First time guy opens up a pack and he says, I'm ready to grade. That's some cool stuff, man. All right. I want to watch Pulp Fiction for some reason. I couldn't watch that movie again. I watched it too many times. So a new break card, Wobbuffet, is a $37 break. I'm tempted to go back to the old system of tracking wins and losses with the breaks. Did you guys like that when we tracked wins and losses? I asked that earlier, but I didn't see any responses. The thing is, many of you guys weren't here the first time we ran it. I know I asked this a bit ago, but I forgot. Both of my mangas you said to do PSA grading, yeah? You said to do PSA grading, yeah. Are you asking me what my opinion was on your PSA cards? I'm sorry, on your cards that you're thinking about grading? I actually would not remember that. So if you would need to remember that or have like the timestamp of when I did the pre-grade. Yeah, that's a little bit of information. I would have forgotten that by now. We want to know. You should do it, says Mr. Good RNG. Yeah, a lot of people do grading now, says Mr. Good RNG. BGS is very, very strict. Your card can turn into a 9.5 at the drop of a pin. Your card needs very little wrong with it, and they'll turn it into a 9.5. So PSA is sometimes the safer move. Okay, here's Pao Vong. He says 1 Halo Upper Deck. Oh, you're going to like these. Where are they? Here they are. Yeah, I like these, so you know they're good. Here they are. We pulled a really nice sketch card out of the previous box. What's this, sketch card? No. It was a really nice voice actor signature. There we go. Probably not the craziest card we've seen come out of here, though. Damn, but you got another Halo sketch card. Yes, the Pilum of Otter. Now you can have otters in your home. Here's Commander Sarah. Ooh. The story so far. Vorius. What do you got? Ooh, a very fancy transparent card. So this is going to be the Prophet of Truth. Dude, he was such a jerk. What a jerk, bro. All right. Oh, Master Chief, Halo 3. He probably eats pie and mash with liqueur. Liqueur. How do you say that word? Liquor? With liquor. All right. And here's Vorius and these other cards. Yes. Okay. Wins and losses, yes, we want to know. Okay. Wake up, chat. All right, lovely. Wake up. Ding, 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 ding. Imagine I pulled a bell out and I just started slamming on that bell for 5 minutes straight until everyone woke up. That would be pretty bad. So with the P, you're going to be going right over here. Haha. Thank you so much for that order. I liked your Prophet of Regret pull. That's your hit. Wake them up. Nicholas Lloyd says 3 Japanese 151s. You got it. I bought 12 cases of this Japanese 151 when it got real cheap. There it is. Now I am not regretting that decision. There we go. How lovely. Ooh. I'm at work, but I don't punch in until 6 a.m. What do we got? Gyarados? Gyat! Here's Wiggly Stuff. Alright, Wiggly Stuff. And oh, Poliwhirl. Very nice. Poliwhirl AR. Sweet. That's for our friend Nicholas Lloyd. My chi-chis are going to be swole. What? Not the chi-chis. Yeah. Oh. Ah. Okay, we're hitting refresh. I'm not seeing any new orders. We're at 2 hours and 50 minutes. What should we do now, guys? I'm falling asleep over here. I'm so tired, dude. I say we hang out and talk about girls. We could go through Hathim's bag and just donate cards for him against his will to the Pokepot. I could take Pokepot orders. Does anyone want to deliver a card to the Pokepot? Look how full the box is. That's a nice little chunk right there. If you land all 4 of a kind, you get this whole pile. That's a lot. Slow Tuesday. It is a slow Tuesday. It's not that bad, actually. The daytime stream was a lot busier. I'm noticing we're kind of shifting a lot of our business into the daytime stream. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Anything left in my bag for the Pokepot? Oh, I'm sure you got tons for the Pokepot. Hold on. You're Andrew Martin, right? You got some big fat bags, right? Where are they? Not in here. We'll pull the hits right from your hits bag. Check my bag, says Mr. Good RNG. Mr. Good RNG, what is the name of your bag? There's a pretty yucky one. You got tons, man. Andrew, you could play over and over again. Omar. There's a couple of Omars, though. I don't know which Omar. That's part of the game. You have to tell me which bag. You could also send a penny message for the Pokepot if you needed to. Is there an expiration for how long we have to ship a slab that I won from... I wouldn't wait longer than a year. That's what I would say. I wouldn't wait longer than a year. But you should be fine. I just wouldn't wait longer than a year. Like if I see Troy Malice, I know I'm not touching the Troy Malice slab because you're here every night. Oh, wow. Look at that. 2 2s and 2 1s. Ooh, you were close, man. You almost got 4 of a kind. It was pretty close. All right. Pick one and roll it. Okay. Mr. Omar wants to donate a card. We pick out your worst card that isn't just a basic common. So we'll be taking this Cinderace. Giacomo's pretty lame. Laleep, Hydrapple, Lapras, Grand Tree. Grand Tree it is. Grand Tree's going into the Pokepot. I think I got another one of those giant Sylveons in the mail today. Would you guys like to start a break on one of those giant Sylveons? I think those cards are hilarious. They're so big. Okay, here it is. Grand Tree. You're going to get 3, 4, 3, 5. You got 2 of a kind. You need 4 of a kind. Do my bag. Throw a card in for my bag. All right. Arturo Perez. So, Mr. Arturo, we want a junky card from your bag. How about both of these? We're going to reach for... I'll reach for Tapu Stinky. Tapu Stinky it is. Landing on 2, 5, 3, and 6. There it is. Your card stays in the pot. In the pot, part of the pot. In the pot, part of the pot. All right, let's decide the winner of the giveaway over here. We'll do 7, 8, and 9. And 10, it looks like. Well, I would say that we definitely need to get Elizabeth Rain in here. Okay. And the guy who bought... There's Alex Silva. Okay, so Alex Silva, we'll put you in there. Grant Kwan. And... Crazy. The guy named Crazy. There it is. All right. This is a pretty meaningful giveaway spot because it gives you a chance for a booster box. Boop. Landing on 15. Nobody has 15. 15 twice in a row. 10. Crazy pulls it. Crazy KRS. Wow. Congratulations, Crazy. Crazy. That's crazy, bro. Here it is. Number 16. Crazy. that over there. Toss this away. I believe we're done for the night. We only have 80 watchers, and we're like 5 minutes away from 3 hours long. So the total stream time for today will be about 4.5 hours, kind of a short Tuesday. You can pick one for the pot from my bag. Okay, Mr. Ivan. I'm feeling kind of sleepy myself. Just kind of a slow Tuesday. Nothing wrong with that. That card's perfect. So your little Eternatus is a perfect kind of card to put into that Pokepot. All right, the Pokepot. Pokepot's a way to have fun even when you're not spending any money tonight. All right, good luck. Landing on 6, 1, 2, and 2. All right, look at that. That's kind of fat, man. It's getting larger. 39 likes, says Andy Man. That's about half of 40, I guess. Not too many. I didn't beg for likes tonight. All right. You want one more roll? Okay, how about this V Lapras? Right in the front. Landing on 2, 1, 4, and 2. All right, there it is. Lapras stays in the box. Wow. Lots of cards in here, all kinds of junky cards. It's funny, though, how holding a big stack of junky cards feels like something like, I don't know, like $10 maybe. It's kind of fun. All right, cool. Doo-doo, Scooby-Doo. All right, we had such a busy night, but it is slowing down finally, and I think now is an okay time to wrap up. I'm hoping for Wednesday, I'm hoping that there's maybe like some interesting mail that comes in, like a slab return. I'd love to see a slab return come in on Wednesday, and there's a chance for that. So I'm hoping for a chance. If we don't get a slab return, I predict probably a slow Wednesday. Yes, we'll see. I'll see you guys for the Wednesday daytime stream. I might try to get a stream in on the TheCardconomist tomorrow as well, okay? See you there, guys. Good night.